So, today we're going to unpack the strategy behind a lot of modern prop tech tools. We're going to break down how this tech solves a huge problem that, let's be honest, almost every professional faces: that constant, draining grind of digital marketing. Let's get right into it. And this right here is the real challenge, isn't it? You know, in just about any service industry these days, you're expected to be everywhere online all the time. But how do you actually manage all that without it just eating up your entire day? And maybe more importantly, how do you go from just being visible to making a real human connection? Okay, so this quote, it just nails the whole idea behind this kind of tech. Look, the promise here is super simple. Let's automate all those repetitive, boring tasks so you can put your energy where it really counts, building relationships, negotiating, and actually closing deals. To really get why this technology is such a game changer, we've got to put ourselves in the shoes of a modern agent and really understand the problem they are up against every single day. Let's break down what's called the agent's digital dilemma. I mean, picture this, right? This is the daily reality for so many people. You've got your listings on one website, your client notes in some random spreadsheet, social media posts scheduled on a totally different tool, and you've got messages flying in from all over the place. It's just a chaotic mess of copying, pasting, and trying to keep everything in sync. The real grind isn't the selling. It's all the admin around the selling. And that chaos, it leads us straight to the first part of the fix. I mean, if the problem is digital chaos, the solution has to be digital order. So let's talk about the concept of a central command center. You've probably heard a version of this phrase before, and for good reason. It perfectly captures the idea. Instead of fighting a war on 20 different fronts, you manage everything from one single point of control. It's all about taking back command of your digital world. And listen, this is really important. We're not talking about just another app you have to download and add to the pile. No, this is the engine that's designed to replace all those messy notes and duplicate entries. You put the info in just once, and that one single source of truth powers everything else you do. Okay, so you've got everything organized, neat, and tidy in one place. What now? How do you get the word out? Well, this is where the strategy gets really interesting, and it's what the source material calls the 20-channel megaphone. Just look at that number, 20 plus. We are not talking about sending out a couple of tweets here. This is about massive, simultaneous distribution. It's the difference between just speaking and broadcasting. The scale is what's so critical here. It's not just the big platforms you'd expect, like Facebook, Instagram, or even TikTok. It goes deeper into messaging apps like WhatsApp and Telegram. And maybe the most important part is that it's all working behind the scenes to boost your Google search results. It's one action that reaches tons of different audiences all at once. And the best part is how simple the whole workflow is. It really boils down to just 3 steps. 1, you post it once in that central dashboard. 2, with one click, bam, it's blasted everywhere to over 20 channels. And 3, while you're off doing other things, the system is in the background making sure you start to dominate local search. It's all about getting the maximum possible output from the minimum possible input. So we've got the how, a one-click blast. But the why? Why is this strategy so powerful? Well, the real secret sauce is in understanding that this one action creates 2 totally different kinds of results over time. Think about it like this. When you share something online, it's not just one thing happening. It's kind of like dropping a stone into a pond. You get that big initial splash, right? But then you have all those ripples that keep spreading out long after. The splash and the ripples are both important, but they do very different things. And this right here, this is the heart of the whole strategy. On one side, you've got the spike. That's the immediate buzz, right? The likes, the shares, the flood of attention. But on the other side, you've got what's called the compound interest. And that's the slow, steady buildup of your reputation over months and years. Any great marketing strategy has to master both of these. So let's drill down on the spike for a second. This is that instant win, A post takes off and boom, your website traffic goes through the roof. You're getting real-time feedback in the comments, seeing what people actually connect with, and you're suddenly reaching people way outside of your own little network. Okay, but here's where the real magic happens. The long game, the compound interest. When you're consistently out there sharing good stuff, people's perception of you completely changes. You're not just some salesperson anymore. You become the go-to local expert. And guess what? Your social profiles start popping up on the first page of Google. That's a permanent, trust-building asset. All right, so let's tie all of this together. You have a command center to stay organized, a megaphone to get the word out, and it's all powered by this two-wave marketing strategy. But what's the end goal here? What is all this technology actually for? This quote just says it all, doesn't it? The whole idea is that the technology becomes your silent partner. It handles all the complicated, nitty-gritty work of getting you seen online, so you can focus on what only a human can do, connect with other people. And that really is the main takeaway here. The most advanced technology isn't about replacing people. It's about liberating them. It's about automating the grind, cutting through all that digital noise, so that a professional's most valuable asset, their expertise and their ability to build trust, can finally take center stage. So that leaves us with a pretty interesting question to chew on, right? If technology can handle all the marketing and visibility for everyone, what's left? What's going to make a great professional actually stand out from the crowd? Maybe, just maybe, it brings us right back to the things that have mattered all along: trust, real expertise, and a genuine human connection.